Today I will be discussing the current trending news about the arrests of Oba, celebrity native doctor who was arrested for interrogation yesterday. So in this video, I will show you all two video clips. One, when Akwa was saying that he's the one preparing Okite, that people are running away from Okite and other jams. So relax, I will show you all the video clips and the second video when he was arrested.
Onye ọbụla na-agbazelu nnọọ ọgwụ ọsọ, onye ọbụla na-agbazelu oke ite ọsọ. Na-eme ebe a, ana m agwọ oke ite na onwere ọgwụ ma na-agwọrọ. Akwa ọgwụ eji enwe ego, ọgwụ for success. Mana ọ bụrụ ọkwa ọ bụ na onwere ebe na-alị chọba akwa. Mana ọ mụ kwetara na mụ na-agwọ ọgwụ. Onye ọbụla na-asa oke ite mee nke nwoke ite mee nke mụ na-agwọ oke ite, kweta na mụ na-agwọ oke ite.
Akwa onye ọgwụ.
The video that is going viral.
It's not my page that post the video.
And the law, you said you know about the law.
Yeah. I hear about the law about Okite. I know they do since when I hear go to my page, you see nothing like that.
Okay, you know the you have already stopped
Yeah,
Okite.
because they say Okite do this, okay, I just stop it. But that Okite, now we give them that name. Okite will not be na name. Okite na the same way. But now because of that one, they're there for what?
So, gentlemen, we are going to push for it. We must. So, we want to see those things. Okay? We want to even see where you do these things. And then the evidence that what you're doing. And then even your shop. Okay? Where it is. And that is what the law says. And failure to get all these things. Of course, you know the consequences. I will add you also. So get the team ready. We'll investigate him first. As at this point, yeah.
Turn this way. No. No. Call him. Oh.
All because of that trending video opposed to recently. That was the reason why he was invited for interrogation. So after the investigation, if found guilty, the law will take its course. So that's one thing our people don't understand. Nobody is above the law, no matter who you think you are. Anambra State on 17th of January 2025 passed a law, and was signed. It was signed into law. That's a Homeland Security law, which I will appeal to most of you to go and download. You can easily download. It's not about the law. Is not about. It's not targeted against traditional. This law guide is all about homeland security in Anambra State. So this very law, this new law that was passed and signed into law by the executive governor of Anambra State, is the law guiding the homeland security in Anambra State. It's not being targeted to a particular people. Maybe as no foreigners, no the omenana. We'll go through what was listed is about 25 pages, well articulated, about 25 pages, and go through it. It's very easy. Just go online, go to Google, type Anambra State Homeland Security Law. Just take your time, go through it. So actually, he implicated himself. If that video was recently released after Anambra State government signed that law, that's Homeland Security, signed it into law. If that video was recently released, it then means the law will take its course. So many of our people suffer out of ignorance. So many of them suffer out of ignorance, and in law, ignorance is not an excuse. You understand? So that's why I'm recommending all of you to download it. Those from Anambra State or residents of Anambra State should download that, should download it and read, go through it. It's not about they are not being. It's not about traditionalists, or it covers so many areas, both hotels and how homeland security should be maintained. So let me go through it. Just be patient with me. Let me go through it. This a law, that's a number of homeland security law, a law to provide for the maintenance of internal security and order in the states, and it established the Anambra State's Aguna Chamber and for related matters. So when you go down, it's about 25 pages. About 25 pages. So what was written here, the law may be cited as the Anambra State Homeland Security Law 2025 and shall come into force on the 17th day of January. So when you go down, like I said, it's about 25 pages. So, and different sections. That's an arrangement of sections. Through the law, Homeland Security Law, that was enumerated here, there's about up to 39 different sections. So the offense, and you could not committee, that's number 18. When you go to number 18, that's offenses on the use of spiritual powers. So let's go to that number 18, section 18. Just be patient with me. Let me just, US not very important for on your download, at least, because many misinformation is flying on social media. So this is section 18 of Anambra State Homeland Security Law, subsection 1. Any person who under the practice of Okite or Ezenwani or under any other guise administer any substance or charm or on or for any other person for the purpose of commission of any offense or for the purpose of accumulation of wealth by spiritual means other than by any other known lawful means of livelihood, or by publicly propagate the accumulation of such wealth other than by any known lawful means of livelihood, commits an offense and is liable and conviction to imprisonment for a term of 6 years with an option of fine of 20 million or both. I hope you saw what was, you heard what was written there. So from Ife Deaba, onye ọbụla maybe iwu Anambra, that's Homeland Security Law, section 18, from 1, onye ọbụla ejide pụta anụ wee na-ekwu na ọ na-agwa oke ite ma ọ na-eme eze nwaanyị na ọ dagwa iwu, that's not that we were Anambra State, and that person yaganga for 6 years with an option of fine of 20 million, equal 20 million arapoge or both. So after the investigation, and he discovered that the recent video he released, because when you go through that video, you hear him saying no na work it, onye na work it. They were going there more on work it. And after the investigation, they realized that that video was released recently after Anambra State's Homeland Security law. Homeland Security came into law now, being on 17th of January 2025. That means either now ganga 6 years or what that fine of 20 million. A rapwa. And Karapo get not just they will leave you, you also be monitored. You understand? So again, subsection 2 of that section 18. Any person who performs any sacrifice or dumps on any road or throw into a water body in the state any charms, substance or items of sacrifice in furtherance of the commission of any offense under subsection 1 of this section commit an offense and its reliable or conviction imprisonment for a term of 6 years with an option of fine of 20 million or both. So ọbụrụ ndị na-agwọ oke ite ma ndị na-eje na mmiri emebisi mmiri ma ọ je na-achụ aja onye ejidelu either na ọ ga-nga 6 years or ọkwụa 20 million naira to the Anambra State government. So if initially people were complaining because it becomes so these guys start causing nuisance on social media. You understand? So abia social media, you see so many of them, and then na mili na say na fa na watch. All those they may be similar. And the milia, but most of these water bodies, if all these stream, if no gas na different communities, ndị mmadụ na-eje ba, ma ndị na-eje ba arụ onugbu na-eme a na-use mmiri for different things, but ndị a jealousy na-emelụ mmiri na-emebisi na-egbu animals na-atụ n'ime mmiri na-emebisi mmiri na fa na-achụ aja. So this law adịgo against it. So onye ọbụla ejide na-eme ife a just ejide gị, just either you go atụ gị nga for 6 years or you kwụọ 20 million naira. So sometimes ịma na a na-agba nkịta etu ọ dịka a na-emebisi ife a na-agba nkịta etu ọ dịka since that nobody was in control, but then they were taking their time to articulate and provide this law. And now, now since then we go law guiding this homeland security, without this law, there's no law guiding saying that he won't do this. But now we go law that prohibit this kind of thing happening here in Anambra State. And another thing that people don't know that so many misinformation flying. This new law is not being targeted at Ndo Omenana. Omenana is our tradition. Our tradition, nobody can change. Our culture, nobody can change it. But if and when you go through the law, if you is because abroad also need be na when you go through the law, the new law, homeland security law, any religion, not just traditionalists. Onye obuna because when most of these fake pastors mande oka white na eje na mmiri eje achụ aja mo je n'ezi wela achụ aja ejidegi, you will go to prison for 6 years or an option of 20 million naira. This is the new law. The government of Anambra State is well determined to carry out this law fully. So if I make a dozie obodo, because if care is not taken, now, especially in the West, you see the way they kill people use human parts as human beings are nothing. Na na-achụ ego. Ife abụrụ ife eji wee malụ ndị be anyị. Ife eji wee malụ ndị be anyị bụ ịgba mbọ. Ife eji wee malụ ndị be anyị bụ ịgba mbọ. But what these guys using social media to do this recently, most of our people, most of them suffer from low memory. If you guys can recall, we've had similar cases like this before. When they got through this route, this kind of wealth is not sustainable. But so many of our youths are that are desperate to make wealth don't understand. At the end of the day, most of them, their family, their children, will be suffering from the atrocities they are committing today. So many people went through this route. And when they did World War before, if you can remember, most of these big names, and were then, most of them they are late. But Ghana, most of their families now, they are suffering because of Ajogu, their fathers' war, Nana Chuego, Akonobanko, and they died without going with those wealth. Even enough accumulate. Ọkọchịchọ dị anyị na-arụ dị too much. Onwezi onye kweta, that's onwezi onye na-achọ ịgba mbọ eji wee malụ ndị Igbo. Those kind of wealth, okite, is not sustainable. It's not sustainable. It's just temporal. And it can never change. Onwere ọgwụ a na-agwọ before. So many people, I don't know, many of you remember the days of Edina Nog and other native doctors. Then. It's just that then there was no social media. They were very strong, doing similar things these guys are doing now. So many of them that went through, they got through Edina, most of them, they are no more. But then, and they go, most of them, only now, they can't even enter that house today. Their children can't even enter that house today. There is no peace in that family. So many families got through that route. Because once you invite that evil spirit within you, at time it will come start haunting. And the funny thing about it, the most annoying part of it is that their children and that's their children, the family, there won't be peace in that family. So many families are going through a lot because of what their fathers did when he was young. And this period, now, the thing is too much among our youths. Entrepreneurship, that's a boy, ejimalo ndị Igbo. Onweze ọchọ ịgba boy kịta. Onweze ọchọ ịgba boy. The other day ka nje Nnewi cover projects na Nnewi. So I was discussing with one man, a businessman non Nnewi, a young businessman from Enugu State. So when we were discussing, okay, so a friend boy on a phone, now na achọ nwa boy. So when I nwa boy ka okponye na na achọ nwa boy. So the man when ekwu na nya myself na achọkwu nwa boy, no nweze ọchọ ịgba boy kịta. Ịgba boy eji wee malụ ndị Igbo. And ịgba boy ya mee during after the civil war that Igbos lost almost virtually everything. Ịgba boy ya mee ndị Igbo ji wee recover so fast after the civil war. And today Igbos dominate here na commerce in Nigeria. Or through that Igba boy, but because of ajo ife na-emezino, all those boys na abeje na je wosi ajo bute pụta na atụnye ego enu na-eme so many things. All our youth now want to go through that easy way of making money. Easy, not knowing that the destruction on here. And most of them don't know those that went through that route, what the consequences their families are facing today. And nobody is coming out to say anything. They come to social media, now cause nuisance online, as if our people, as Bundena Fuego, throwing money everywhere. Because you know what you went through to make money. You hardly see them throwing that kind of money. So this Homeland Security, the government of Anambra State initiated to stop those crimes in Anambra State. And I believe if other states governors from Southeast should copy from what Anambra State government is doing. You know, initially people were blaming him that insecurity and all that. He's taking his time to draft this law. He took his time. You need to go through that's a Homeland Security law and see what is involved. And that's why the impact within short period, that video, you see the huge impact the thing creates go now, Anambra State. Everywhere they go peaceful. All those guys now put out on social media. Now, of course, nuisance. Most of them are Basigosa. It came into law on 17th of January. So everywhere now, also on your battle boy idea, or even knows now. So many don't know what he was planning. So many were accusing him not slow in tackling security. And if there is no law, once you get these guys like A2AG there now, there is nothing you can't accuse him. There any law that forbids him of coming out or saying all those things or stop them from doing that. There is no law. So that's the reason why that law was drafted. The fact that many don't know who we have as the governor of Anambra State. This is a man I've been following his antecedents. We are lucky to have him as governor of Anambra State. He was this CBN governor between 2004 to 2009. And he initiated the bank consolidation exercise between 2004 to 2005 when the consolidation ended. He stuck to his ground even when the mafians in banking sector then fought him tooth and nail, even kidnapped his father and threatened to kidnap his children. But he never relented. He made sure that he achieved his aim, which me and you are enjoying today. Then many were opening banks. Within few period, the bank will fold. People money will go, no compensation, nothing. But today they are all history, courtesy of his initiative he introduced the banking sector. So the same thing he's doing in Anambra State, many of us will appreciate what he's doing towards the end of his tenure. This new policy that is guiding Homeland Security that he signed into law is now a law in Anambra State. Whether he is there, even after his tenure, the law will remain, which I believe will reduce the crime here in Anambra State. Within a few days, they introduced this law, a whole lot has changed here in the States. I will appeal to you guys, especially those, not just in the Anambra, also other Southeast and Nigeria at large, for them to go through the law guiding Anambra State Homeland Security, to guide you, especially those in residents of Anambra State, citizens, at least for you to go through, know what is involved. Not the law is not just for traditionalists, or it's every cut across every areas as far as security is concerned. Also in this medium, I want to address misinformation flying around that the governor of Anambra State engaged Asari, some were saying Asari boys, to come and kill Ndi Igbo. Na Soludo, Governor Soludo, those working for Asari to come and start killing Igbo man. Even now on the by, let us stop having sympathy on crimes going on in Anambra State. A fact that which have the new law which is guiding the Homeland Security, I believe that the state government should also, each time before they carry out any arrest, they should make sure that innocent ones are not involved. So on other side of it, the other one I want to discuss that the governor involved Asari boys. So the new security task force, Operation Udogachi, is not just AVG. The news, I know that the reason why people are saying this, because of that, one of these videos that trended, I will show you the video that they were jubilating. You see the way, what they were speaking, the arms they were carrying, both machine gun, that's a sophisticated weapon, heavy arms. And I know that the AVG, we are prohibited by law, Nigerian law, from carrying out heavy arms. So that's why they are using light weapons like pump actions. But police, army, navy, and other agencies by government, they have the power to carry heavy arms.
Okay. Hey, boss, hey, boss.
So the video you saw, those security men that went for that hit operation, not just AVG, it was a team. Both AVG were involved, military were involved, Navy were involved, police were involved, DSS, they were all involved in that operation. So it wasn't just AVG. So those saying that those are the Asari boys. In terms of Nigerian security, AVG is it might be dominated by Ndanambra or other southeastern Igbo tribes particularly, but in Nigerian military, don't expect them to send only Igbo tribes, those Igbos working for them. When you come to Nigerian security, the North are involved, the West are involved, all the tribes are involved. So normally, that's why you hear all those kind of language. So many are saying that they are not, no bro, they buy, no, they Otu Asari, which is not true, is a false rumor. They are the enemies, those that vow that we won't have peace here in Anambra State. They are the one propagating it. The operation which took place at Owerri Zukala, I believe those in charge that went for the operation, many are complaining that innocent ones were involved. They are carrying out investigation. I saw a video when one of them was released. So I also appeal to the state government to also try to enlighten these people. You know, no matter what, human factor always involved. You know, Nigeria, the way we operate here, they should also continue to train them. At least, even those laws, because I read the law where even those ones that involve the security, they should know how to investigate before arresting to make sure that innocent ones are not arrested or killed. Also, I want to appeal to our people. Maka rumor emago na-emebi obodo anyị, because the way we have sympathy for all those criminals destroying our homeland, offset ya onwero ma those people ma ndị nọ n'obodo oyibo, onwe so many of them they've kidnapped. Most of them were having sympathy for these guys. You understand? These are all those people who learn how to love ourselves, not trying to destroy our own. Let's just use Gaza as Gaza as a case study. Those Hamas, the Palestinians, they believe that Hamas, now they are very powerful. They can withstand Israel. That they are fully armed and all that. They were going after Israel. They went after Israel, killed so many Israelis. Israel now came after them. After the whole thing, go to Gaza now and see how the whole place is. Israel leveled everything there. Now they lost everything they have. So we should be very careful the way we sympathize with these guys. We should be very careful. Also talk to them. They are our brothers. Igbu is not the best way. Clean Nigeria, except when they benefit na the system. But carrying out arms, destroying carrying out acts, killing ourselves is not the best way. I believe dialogue resolve law. The Hamas that went after Israel, thinking that they are fully armed, that they can withstand Israel, at the end of the day, they were destroyed. Innocent people, properties, everything, they lost everything. So can I be very careful, can I see because most time, here, the way they kidnap innocent ones, then we refer them. Some local governments here in Southeast, before you anything, you have to pay a fine for you to do invent in your place. You have to settle them. If these are not if I natural, to start killing ourselves, destroying our homeland, making Southeast or they insecure. I could remember then Southeast winning the safest region in Nigeria, but the case is different now. You understand? The case is different now. We are gradually destroying our home. Gradually destroying our home. We should talk to our brothers. The governor of Anambra State, before this law, gave out time for those involved in different crimes to come, that's give them amnesty to surrender and come forward. So many people are going through a lot, lack of job, and idle man is a double workshop, but people can go out hustle. Our people know on our fair if on the bike of an abambo. On our fair if on the buy, like I have gone to different sites and our law projects here in Anambra State. Different sites. You can hardly see our people working there. Everywhere, Fon City, the government, just few of our people, others from North, Kogi, different places. They buy now, most of our youth now actually Ben. On your natural, both work my wine. For some days now, one of my my businesses, that's my shop, I've been looking for a sales girl. You hardly see a sales girl now. That's not it's very rare now. And this is the time to address this thing. This is the time to tell ourselves the truth. We can't continue like this. We can't continue like this. Let's talk to ourselves. all those people, about crime, about Guego, Moigmo Kite, most of all those big men, if for Nani Bune that is making names, about Bukafago, about Guego Kafago. Costeris, about Guego Kogo, Alinonyam, about Guego Kogo, all the big names anywhere, ABC or Jack, the big names anywhere na Nibo. About Guego, Guego's wealth is not sustainable and comes with consequences that will affect not just you and your generation. So let's learn how to work hard. Parents should also talk to their children, not just even leaders in churches. Kita for if I preach is now because also some dominant now most of the churches they are all preaching almost when they preach the true gospel, moral. Onye ọbụla bụ ego ka esi achụzi ego now. Esi achụzi ego now. I can remember one day I went to church. Arapu ife a na-eme akpọba afọ ego emago na ba extort ba people. So most of these people na-agbaje na ife omenala bụ na most of them were baptized just like the governor of Anambra State. Most of them were baptized they are all Christians. But because if those leaders not at church, the leaders we have in the church today, they are not preaching morality. Them was ego kanacho. So mezia another zemba, neba another. If a name maybe say. So the fight is not just for the government. The fight is for both government, parents, leaders in different religions we have here in Igbo land, not just Anambra State in particular. Let's learn how to love ourselves and live in peace with ourselves. So, if this is your first time seeing my video, kindly subscribe for more interesting updates from Anambra State. Thanks and remember.